All right, so we're gonna go face up. We'll get some pillows in your head so that you've got a nice cushion. Now let's take the smaller block, and before we put it, we're gonna do glute for this one. Before we put it in the glute, I want you to lay it in the front of your hip, like diagonal, following your groin. Exactly. So that's exactly the position that we're gonna put it in, but in the back of the hip, okay? So let's go back into that bent leg position. You're gonna lift your hips up, and then you're gonna, slide the block right into that piriformis area. It shouldn't feel like it's hitting a bone there. And you're gonna wanna straighten that leg, but I actually want you to keep that leg bent just to start. You can always move to a bent leg position if you want to. Now with this one, the opposite heel is pressing down into the ground. So that left heel is gonna dig into the ground. That's gonna create a little stability in your body. And then that right inner thigh is slowly gonna work its way to like a butterfly, an opened position. As you open it nice and slow, you're gonna get more tension that creates in your glute. Now, sometimes if the inner thigh is really tight here, sometimes I'll put something underneath the right outer thigh so that it doesn't feel like it's like hanging out in space there. So if you need to kind of prop something underneath there, whether it's the other block or a towel or a foam roller, anything to give it a little bit of support, that will help it relax if you're having a hard time relaxing into this position. Now, once that inner thigh is all the way relaxed, I want you to think about that left leg. The left leg right now is creating some stability in your body. If you were to windshield wiper that left knee towards the right knee, you're gonna get more pressure. So I only want you to move the knees closer together if you want more pressure. So if you needed more pressure, the left knee would drop down towards the right, and that would bring your body weight just more into that movement. Now sometimes I'll do like a tiny little windshield wiper in and out with that left inner thigh, just so I can slowly pull my weight, and it's gonna kind of nudge the glute fibers. Feel okay there? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. All right, so hanging out here, a couple of belly breaths. On the exhale, try to keep the glute nice and relaxed as that right inner thigh opens up. Sometimes that right glute can tend to squeeze as it gets more pressure. So just stay nice and mindful of especially that right glute. As the inner thigh relaxes, just making sure that glute stays nice and relaxed as well. All right, and our goal here is always to get into the most relaxed position in our full body as we can. So I do want you to get used to having pillows around, blankets around, the other block around, so that you can support your body however you need to, so that you can get to this relaxed position. The piriformis tends to be pretty tiny, but if you feel like you need it a little higher or a little lower, you can always adjust as you're going through this one. It shouldn't feel like it's hitting any bone here. It should feel like it's completely in muscle. Now, Phoebe, I just want you to show how you create more tension here and just slowly drop that left knee down towards the right, nice and slow, if you can, if it feels okay. And that's how you create more pressure. It's gonna be very slow and very subtle. It's still gonna stay pretty upright, but just a tiny couple of inches towards that right knee, and you're gonna feel a bunch of more pressure start to create.